Welcome to the YouTube channel, Contact Center Knowledge Hub, your one-stop solution for expert guidance, best practices, and actionable knowledge in the world of contact centers. Explore, learn, and enhance contact center skills. Welcome to this section on the financial impact of first response time. Slow responses drive up costs, increase abandons, and risk lost sales. But faster responses lower handling costs, protect revenue, and strengthen customer loyalty. Simply put, better FRT means better business. Let's begin with the revenue impact of first response time, specifically how it influences customer retention and lifetime value. When FRT is slow, customers experience poor service and frustration builds. If this happens repeatedly, many customers begin to lose trust and eventually switch to competitors. This churn directly erodes revenue because retaining a customer is always more cost-effective than acquiring a new one. On the other hand, when FRT is fast and consistent, customers feel valued. They're more likely to remain loyal, make repeat purchases, and even expand their relationship with the brand. This translates into higher retention rates and greater customer lifetime value. Here's a simple example. Suppose slow FRT causes just a 5% increase in churn, that's 500 lost customers in a year. If the average customer lifetime value is $200, the business loses $100,000 annually purely because customers didn't receive timely first responses. The key takeaway is that FRT isn't just about speed, it's about revenue protection. Faster responses strengthen loyalty, safeguard retention, and maximize the lifetime value of every customer relationship. Another way first response time directly impacts revenue is through sales and upsell opportunities. When responses are delayed, sales momentum is lost. In inbound sales queues, potential buyers may abandon their journey before an agent even connects. In outbound scenarios, slow follow-ups on leads reduce engagement and credibility, leading to missed cross-sell or upsell chances. Every minute of delay translates into lower conversion potential. By contrast, when FRT is fast, sales conversations begin while the customer is still engaged and interested. A quick response reinforces trust, reduces the chance of competitors stepping in, and increases the likelihood of closing the deal. The same applies to upselling and cross-selling. Timely engagement makes customers more receptive to additional offers. The insight is clear: faster FRT equals higher conversion rates. It doesn't just protect existing revenue, it unlocks new growth opportunities through better sales performance. Beyond revenue, first response time has a very real impact on SLA compliance and penalty costs. In BPO environments, contracts often include strict SLAs tied directly to FRT. If the target isn't met, financial penalties are applied. Even modest breaches can add up to significant monthly costs that cut directly into margins. In in-house centers, there may not be formal penalties, but the consequences are just as serious. Longer FRT leads to poor CSAT, damaged brand reputation, and customer churn. These indirect financial losses can be even greater than contractual fines. Here's an example. If a BPO contract includes a penalty of $5,000 per month for FRT breaches, that's $60,000 per year lost simply because first responses were too slow. And that doesn't even factor in the reputational damage or long-term revenue loss from dissatisfied customers. The key point is this: slow FRT carries a price tag. Whether it's direct penalties or hidden costs from lost trust, SLA compliance is inseparable from financial performance. Another critical dimension of FRT's financial impact lies in operational cost efficiency. When FRT is slow, customers grow impatient and often send repeat inquiries, calling back, reopening chats, or sending follow-up emails just to check on the status of their issue. These duplicate contacts inflate total interaction volume, which means more agent hours, higher labor costs, and added strain on workforce capacity. In other words, a delay in the first response multiplies costs down the line. By contrast, when FRT is fast, customers receive timely acknowledgement and reassurance. They don't feel the need to reach out again, which lowers overall contact volume. This leads to fewer wasted interactions, reduced labor costs, and improved workforce utilization. Agents can spend more time resolving issues instead of handling avoidable follow-ups. The key takeaway is simple: faster FRT equals lower cost per contact. By addressing customers promptly, centers not only deliver a better experience but also achieve significant operational savings and efficiency gains. Another area where first response time has a direct financial impact is on agent productivity and overtime costs. When FRT is high, it often signals growing backlogs in the queue. As customer interactions pile up, agents are required to stay longer or work overtime to clear the excess volume. This not only inflates labor costs but also increases fatigue and burnout, which can harm productivity and morale in the long run. On the other hand, when FRT is low, workloads remain balanced throughout the day. With optimal staffing and smooth flow of interactions, there's no need for excessive overtime. Agents handle their queues within scheduled shifts, SLA targets are met, and operational costs stay under control. The key message is this: FRT isn't just about customer wait times, it also defines the rhythm of agent work. Faster responses prevent backlogs, protect agent well-being, and reduce unnecessary overtime expenses, creating a win-win for both employees and the business. Let's bring everything together with a clear example of how optimizing first response time creates measurable business impact. In the before scenario, when FRT averaged 10 minutes, abandon rates were high at 18%, SLA penalties added up to $60,000 per year, and repeat calls inflated volumes by 15%. On top of that, CSAT scores struggled at just 70%, and overtime costs climbed to $40,000 annually. Now compare this with the after scenario, where FRT was reduced to 3 minutes. Abandon rates dropped to just 5%, retaining 13% more calls and protecting $50,000 in revenue. SLA penalties shrank to $5,000, saving $55,000 annually. Repeat call volume fell from 15% to 5%, cutting costs by another $30,000. Customer satisfaction jumped from 70 to 90%, driving stronger loyalty and delivering an estimated $75,000 in long-term value. And overtime costs dropped from $40,000 to just $15,000, saving $25,000 more. In total, faster FRT produced hundreds of thousands of dollars in combined benefits, while also improving customer trust and agent morale. This example shows that FRT optimization isn't just a service improvement, it's a powerful financial strategy. Beyond the immediate financial and operational wins, optimizing first response time delivers powerful strategic long-term benefits. First, it drives higher customer lifetime value. Faster responses create smoother customer experiences, which in turn build loyalty. Loyal customers stay longer, buy more often, and generate more stable revenue streams. Over time, this compounds into stronger CLV across the entire customer base. Second, it enables cost reduction. When FRT is consistently low, queues are under control, repeat calls are minimized, and agents spend less time on overtime. At the same time, greater reliance on self-service solutions reduces demand on live agents. Together, these factors lower operating costs year after year. Finally, brand and market advantage. In industries where competitors may struggle with long wait times, consistently fast first responses become a powerful differentiator. Customers remember the brand that acknowledges them quickly, and in competitive markets, that reputation attracts new customers while retaining existing ones. The big picture is this: FRT optimization is not just about short-term savings, it builds long-term loyalty, lowers structural costs, and creates a competitive edge that strengthens the brand for years to come. Thanks for watching my YouTube channel, Contact Center Knowledge Hub. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights. See you in the next video.